please visit our easy-to-use website on any device or call this toll-free number.
Oop, gotta shut this off. There we go. Hi. Saturday once again. Need my glasses. And we're fast approaching that happy time of day. I'm literally using my laptop on my lap. I had surgery on my foot yesterday, so I have to keep it elevated. So I have my laptop in my lap. So we're rapidly approaching that happy time of the day. And I can't wait because I haven't had anything to smoke all fucking day long. I've been trying to get my shit together. It's been a weird week. So get me self-prepared here. So, yeah. So, I had foot surgery yesterday. Now, the joint's an hour from here. Foot surgery was at 6 a.m. They said be there at 5. So dog drove me. He, well, wait, let me get this thing sparked because I don't want to be late. We're so close. Happy 420, everybody. So dog came over Thursday night, spent the night. Oh, that tastes good. First hit of the day. There. Something in my lungs. Other than fresh air. Oops. Over-medicated. Anyway. So they cut open the top of my foot and they chiseled away the excess bone. And they gave me a bottle of 30 Norcos. And them fuckers kept me up all night long. I thought pain pills are supposed to knock you out. Those suckers kept me up. I was up till 5:30 this morning. So I don't know how long the show's going to last. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Even the Xannies didn't help. So, Major League Baseball started up a week ago, and I doubt it's going to last another week. COVID's running rampant through sports. Well, through baseball anyway. America's national pastime is going to pass us by this year. They can't seem to get their shit together testing-wise. Now, they're testing every 2 days. And now they seem to be able to get results in a hurry. I had to wait a week. So, hardly seems fair. I don't understand. You can go to the White House and you can get the results on your COVID test in 5 minutes. Now, the Senate and the House of Representatives, Ms. Pariah, thank you for the flowers and welcome aboard. I haven't seen you in a while, although I see you've been traveling with your stoner buddy. Nice. It was cute. Really cute. I like to see that. But yeah, Major League Baseball, the only reason they've played this long is the money. You know it's the money. It's all about the money. But you wonder now if they can't get it together and they're testing every 2 days and they're concentrating on keeping people apart, how the hell are you going to send kids back to school? Look, if they sent those kids to camp in Georgia, and the youngest ones, oh yeah, I did. I like the videos. But the youngest kids are the ones that were most infected. And they're saying, we don't have to worry about kids. We don't have to worry about kids. Guess what? The littlest ones were the ones that were most infected. Okay? The youngest ones, the 5-year-olds, those are the ones that were most infected. This is crazy, sending kids back to school. You can't socially distance them. They're not going to be testing them. And the poorest kids are the ones that are going to get hit the hardest. This is crazy. They're not going to test them. And employees are the ones that are most at risk, because they're in that dangerous age group for the most part. You know what's going to happen? Teachers aren't going to show up. Cafeteria workers aren't going to show up. That's what's going to happen. I can't see them opening schools. This is crazy. You know, and then they're talking about not funding them if they don't, you know. Well, if you don't fund them, they can't. Most of them don't have adequate ventilation. They just can't do it. Okay. They just can't do it. And the poorer the neighborhoods, the worse. I mean, they're already overcrowded, underfunded. How are they going to do this? I don't know. With the millions of dollars that Major League Baseball has, and they can't get it together, how can you expect school systems to get it together? Can't be done. This guy, Tony Green, down in Dallas, Texas, he and his partner decided to have a family get together. So back on Saturday, June 13th, they had their families over. And then the next day, he got sick with the coronavirus. And his partner got sick with COVID-19, and his parents got sick with the coronavirus. His in-laws got sick with the coronavirus. And then his father-in-law's mother died of COVID-19, all because they came to his house for that party. And all because he and his partner thought it was a hoax. Okay? Because they thought the virus was a hoax. Because they've been listening to Trump News Channel. Safe to vote mail-in. It's not safe to have in-building school. Right. Exactly, Ms. Pariah. Exactly. But you got all these people who think, you know, that it's a violation of their rights not to wear a mask. Okay? Like that congressman who said, I caught the virus because I wore a mask. I must have picked up the virus in a mask. What the fuck kind of thinking is this? If he wouldn't have worn a mask, he wouldn't have caught the virus, according to him. What kind of convoluted, twisted fucking shit is this? Where the hell does this guy get his sense from? Somebody's been listening to the president too much. And that's another thing. What the fuck is this? Him putting up these doctors on Twitter touting hydroxychloroquine again. And this one doctor's a complete fucking nut. We're using alien DNA to make medication in this country. And we don't need to be, it's safe not to wear a mask. I know his whole staff is pissed at him. This is fucking nuts. The guy's crazy. And Fauci had the opportunity to go before Congress this week and say it's all bullshit. Okay. He answered questions and was able to say it's all bullshit. And it was a wonderful thing to see him able to speak outright. Okay. He answered questions and he answered them factually and truthfully, was able to say what he's wanted to say publicly for so long, that the president is full of shit. So it was really nice. So, what did I write here? I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh. Disposable income last quarter was up by nearly 42%. But, that's coming to an end because nobody's going to get that $600 a month anymore, because that's where that disposable income was coming from. Well, I quite literally have my laptop on my lap today because I have to elevate my foot. I don't know if you folks were listening earlier or not, but I had foot surgery yesterday. And dog took me have my foot surgery. They cut open the top of my foot and chiseled away a bunch of extra bone I had, and then sewed it back up. And I have to keep it elevated in ice. And so we're real intimate today. My laptop is literally on my lap. So, but yeah, the surgery was at 6 o'clock in the morning. The place is an hour from here, and they wanted me there at 5. So dog spent the night. So we had fun. We had a sleepover. So, oh, hey, did you know that we had a national plan for this whole coronavirus thing? We actually had a national plan. Where, oh, I'm glad it went well too, believe me. I have to go back and see him on Monday. He's going to take all the bandages off and see if my foot's still there. Katie, welcome aboard. Anyway, Jared, he had his pandemic response team. Remember them? They were comprised of his buddies, Adam Bowler, who was his summer college roommate, and a bank CEO. And then there was Nat Turner, who was the CEO of a cancer treatment and research facility. The only one who's connected to anything medically, by the way. And then there's Jason Yang, who's a Morgan Stanley banker, and Mark Andreessen, who's a Silicon Valley investor. That was the super group that Jarhead put together. And they actually had a national plan for this whole COVID-19 thing way back in April. Well, March, actually, late March, early April. They put together a master plan for the whole nation. And then they got to looking at where this shit was hitting. And it seems that since it was only hitting primarily in the blue states, They thought to themselves, well, if it's contained in the blue states primarily, and this shit dies down, we'll just blame it on the governors. So let's just tear up this national plan and forget it ever even existed. And we'll just let the governors handle it. And that's when the whole thing went down the fucking shitter. Okay? That's when everything went wrong. When they threw out the national plan and tried to blame it on the fucking Democrats. So we can't entirely blame Trump for this. A lot of it's on Jarhead's fucking shoulders, okay? Him and his fucking college buddies. They're the ones who threw away the plan. Fuckers. The fucking narcos, suckers keep me awake like nobody's business. I mean, holy shit, I was up till 5:30. Your smiley looks stressed. Oh, Katie's smiley looks stressed. Yeah. Hey, dog, welcome aboard. I was telling everybody about our sleepover, your sleepover. Wow. Today's weed of the week is sour banana sherbet number 2. And it's 26.4% THC. And it is a sativa dominant hybrid, which after being up all fucking night, I'm going to need this afternoon. And I have 2 you still dragging? Yeah, Yar, huh? The narcos had kept me awake all fucking night long. And the Xannies didn't help. Yes, Ms. Pariah, number 2. Anyway, my 2 wow stories are weed related. And they're not humorous, but they're informative. Turns out that CBD has potential for immune system support. It directly affects the endocannabinoid system in the body. And the endocannabinoid system establishes homeostasis, regulating cell function, including the cells in your immune system. Creates balance in your body and your mind, eliminating free radicals. And as a result, has potential to fight off COVID-19. All I can say is this too shall pass. We can only hope. Our thoughts are with you, Katie. And Stoners will inherit the earth. Yes. Yes, they will. Because CBDs are going to keep us from getting the COVID. And turns out that the THC also affects the endocannabinoid system. And that's what gives you cotton mouth. It affects your salivary glands and causes them to turn dry and sticky. And it doesn't matter whether you smoke it or you ingest it or you enemize it. You're going to get cotton mouth. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear the fires are dying down. I know you were talking about things glowing around you before. I hope that's passed. So those are my two wow stories. So CBD is going to save us, and THC is going to continue to give you cotton mouth. There's nothing you can do about it, no matter how you consume it. Okay. Oh, so those crazy doctors, except for the alien DNA doctor, he didn't meet with her, but Pence met with the rest of them to discuss this whole hydroxychloroquine thing again. These people I don't know why do they insist on, he must own such a big fucking chunk of the fucking stock in this company that he keeps promoting it. I don't get it. Him and the president of Brazil, because he's promoting it too, you know. He's taking it now too, so they must both own the company. But we're doing a bad thing in Europe. Yes, he is terrible. He's a horrible guy. He's their Trump. They have what we have. Okay? They literally have what we have for a president. He's carbon copy. You know, if anybody still uses carbon paper, he's it. Okay? But we're doing a bad thing in Europe. And hopefully we can reverse this in November. If we don't move the election to January, or if this doesn't turn into some totalitarian dictatorship. We're moving 12,000 troops out of Germany to Belgium and Italy for no other reason than Trump's fucking hatred of Angela Merkel. Okay? It can be no other reason. Okay? He claims it's because they're not paying their 2% fair share in defense to NATO. But Italy only pays 1.22% of their 2%, and Belgium pays less than 1% of their 2%. So, I mean, they're supposed to pay 2% of their gross domestic product. And sure, he has serious issues with powerful women because they turn him down. Okay? He can't handle that. I mean, look, any woman that ever turned him down, they turn into ugly bitches. Okay? You know, they have fat legs, or they're too skinny, or he finds some physical feature about them that he finds disgusting. If for some reason or another they disagree with him, he finds something physical about them to belittle or berate them. That's the kind of misogynist that he is. You know, he's a mental midget. Okay, there's little else you could say about him, really. He's a disgusting piece of trash, a waste of oxygen. This is a dangerous move. This favors Putin. Unbelievably favors Putin. I don't see this connection between him and Putin being anything other than him getting fascist lessons. Okay. Oh, what organization is that? That conservative organization that spoke out against Trump this week. They actually called him a fascist and said that this statement that he made about moving the election was a fascist move and that grounds for a second impeachment. Gee, do I have that in my phone? I thought I saved that. Let me look. I sure thought I saved that story to my phone. Yep, there it is. It was the National Review, the flagship conservative magazine, the co-founder of the National Review. I'm trying to find his quote here. He says, I am frankly appalled by the president's recent tweet seeking to postpone the November election. And he said here, he says, until recently, I had taken as political hyperbole the Democrats' assertion that President Trump is a fascist. But this latest tweet is fascistic and is itself grounds for a president's immediate impeachment again by the House of Representatives and his removal from office by the Senate. I know they don't, but here's the National Review, the most conservative publication in the country, calling for his impeachment. So if he were to be reelected, Republicans in the Senate would have a hard time passing up a second impeachment with the entire Republican Party having to face the National Review. I didn't even have that in my notes. But the final story I do have notes on is a happy one from an ecological standpoint. Thought I'd end on a happy note. Costa Rica, the country that was devastated by deforestation. What's this, Katie? I was out hanging up my laundry. Dries really fast outside right now. It's only 105 after it being 115 yesterday. Ooh, that's nice, huh? 10 degrees cooler. Whoopee. You say only 105 like that's a major cool off. It was like when I was in Alaska, it would be only 15 below instead of 25. Big whoop. Anyway, Costa Rica suffered major deforestation in the 70s and 80s. Has brought it back. They started a program. See, they were 75% forest in the 1940s. And by 1987, a third to a half of the country was gone. Okay. The forest was gone. Been converted to farmland and cattle grazing fields. Sounds okay, but it's not. Okay. So what the country did was they started up a program where they would pay farmers to reforest. Okay. They could still work their land, but they wanted to reforest, and they'd pay them to reforest. Okay. Rather than sell the trees to foreign countries to come in and clear cut their land, they said, well, plant trees instead. And then you can do ecotourism. You know, have folks come, have scientists come and study the thousands of different species of wildlife and fauna and flora and such that you have living in your forests. And you can still grow enough plants and raise enough animals to sustain yourself and your neighbors, and we'll pay you to grow trees and bring back the wildlife. And you can still make a little cash on the side. And so that's what they did. And they managed to bring back a whole shitload of the forest. 60% of it has been reclaimed. So Costa Rica is once again a tropical paradise when the countries surrounding it are still being clear cut. So I've been bugging Dog for at least 10 years about going to Costa Rica. And I think that just makes it more and more appealing. And now he can leave the state. So I suggest you leave the country, Dog. Maybe get a job on a farm down there conducting an eco tour. Well, that's cool. You have a bank account that rounds up your purchases and plants trees with the money. I like that. But I thought that was really nice of the Costa Rican government to come up with that kind of a plan. I mean, and they did this in 1996. They said, nobody's coming in here and cutting down our trees anymore without government permission. You know, you can't just have the farmer's permission to come in and cut down trees on his land. You have to have our permission. And then the next year, they started paying farmers to grow trees. So they've been doing this since 97. They've been paying farmers to grow trees. That's how they were able to regain all this forest back again. So, you know, I've been doing it for a long time now. You know, and you know, the rest of the world better fucking wake up and do the same thing real soon, or we're not going to have any trees at all. You know, and so it's tropical rainforests that feed the rest of the world. You know, oh, that and cornfields in the Midwest, but that's seasonal. We need the tropical rainforest the rest of the year. You know, because that's year-round oxygen. They do not invest in any fossil fuel. That's nice. I've been seeing commercials too where Amazon plans on going completely non-fossil by 2025. All electric delivery trucks and all that sort of thing. That's nice to see. Hope we're still around by then. I still, this whole mask thing still bugs me. I'm sorry, I'm getting back to this again. I know, but it being a political statement is what troubles me. Okay? And still treat their employees like shit. Yeah. See her 9 months out of the year. She hates the tropical rains there, so she comes up here during the rainy season. Ah. So she does like Costa Rica then, huh? I can see where, yeah, constant rain would be depressing. I know that the perpetual darkness in Alaska was depressing. But then there's always light therapy for that, you know. Not much you can do about the rain. So, you know, rain's rain. It's inescapable. Darkness, you could get out of the darkness. Of course, we didn't do much about getting out of the darkness except maybe go to the movies. More darkness. Really? Well, if I ever get down there, of course, my skin's too old now for tattoos. It's just tear me up. It's too bad because I always wanted a tattoo of Mr. Natural. So, never did get that one. I have 3 tattoos. In fact, age 7, Took pictures of 2 of my tattoos. He's the only one I know of that has photographs of my tattoos other than my tattoo artist. So everyone needs a tattoo of you. No, that's okay. I'll pass. I'll pass on that one. I'd rather have a tattoo of Buster. Everyone should have a tattoo of Buster. Yeah, I hope so too. He hasn't been on the show in a couple of weeks. And he missed the music show on Tuesday. Maybe he's just exploring his new territory. You know? Like Nixon on your back. Yeah. Yeah. You know why they let him out of prison, don't you? He knows too much. That's nice. That's why he never went to jail. Yeah, I know, and he's gonna sing. I just hope he stays safe long enough to get that book out, or at least does some interviews. But he's not going to do any interviews because he wants to sell the book. That's the thing, you know. Oh yeah, I want to see that book because he's going to tell it all. I can't wait. And him having to take the rap for everything, I think any kind of attorney-client privilege went out the window. Excuse me. Well, it would affect the sales of the book, don't you think? I mean, if he did interviews. He'll be on Rachel Maddow or something, though, to promote the book before it comes out. Or as it comes out or something like that. He'll be on there. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, he'll sell 1 million copies in 2 days. Amazon won't be able to keep up. Where's that roach? Is that the right one? Oh, that's the warm one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'll do at least that good. He's got more dirt. More recent dirt. So, yeah, I'm glad she was too, Miss Pariah. It's, although I haven't read the book, she's done enough interviews that she's pretty much given away all the good stuff. Rachel Maddow grilled her pretty good. Well, yeah, and he's got all the dirt on the hookers and stuff too. You know, he knows a lot of the behind the scenes political shit. Stuff that'll really hurt him. And the tax stuff. He knows all that stuff. You know, in fact, he spoke openly about that in court at hearings, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have some documents. You know? I mean, he turned stuff over. He probably kept copies. I mean, attorneys always keep copies. "60 Minutes Australia? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Be on YouTube, huh? I see Tom Hanks and his wife changed their citizenship. They couldn't take Trump anymore. Yep. They went to Greece. Greece. Beautiful country. I just, too many cats. I didn't care for going to restaurants where cats walk around on the tables and stuff. Of course, in Amsterdam, pigeons will grab French fries right out of your hand. So I don't know what's worse. But yeah, Greece is a beautiful country. I could see why they'd go there. Ah, I see. So she's part Greek. I like Greek food. In fact, the first time Mrs. Spliffy and I went to Europe, we took a month, and they have this this hotel system called Min Hotel, which is ideal if you have the money, if you can afford to use it. It's a great system. What you do is you book your first night at one of the hotels within the system. And no matter where you stay, no matter where you stay, I have anesthesia throat today. No matter where you stay, your room rate is always the same. And what you do is you make your first reservation at the first hotel you're going to stay, and you tell them how many nights you're going to be there, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. And then you decide while you're there where you want to go next. Okay. You're open-ended. So like we were in, we took a cruise up the Rhine from Amsterdam to Basel, Switzerland. So we were on a cruise ship for the entire trip. But when we got to Basel, Switzerland, we had a room waiting for us there. The same room rate, which was $110 a night. there as it was in Basel, Switzerland. So when we got to Basel, we stayed there 2 nights, and we took a train to Munich. And when we got there, the hotel we stayed at was the same rate. And we stayed there for a couple of days, and I rented a car, and we drove to Wiesbaden. And we stayed in Wiesbaden for a few days. Then we drove to Rotterdam. We stayed in Rotterdam for a week or so. And then for a week, and then dropped the car off at the airport at Schiphol and flew home. And but any hotel you stayed at, the room rate was always the same. And you didn't have to make reservations in advance. All you had to do was tell the desk clerk the night before what town you were going to, and she'd make a reservation at the hotel, at the Min Hotel in that town or city. And you could just hop all over Europe. So long as there was a Min Hotel, within there, so long as there was an in-system hotel in the town or city you were going to. And there were Min Hotels all over Europe. So it was really a great way to travel, because, if you're undecided about where you want to go, it was really great, because we weren't sure once we got to Switzerland if we wanted to go to Munich or somewhere else, So it was great, Wiesbaden was I said, let's go to a spa town. And that one happened to be on the way, and, back to the Netherlands. So that's what we did, It was, because our home flight was out of Schiphol, because that's where we came into. So, it was a great little way to travel. And you were always secured a room. There was always a room available to wherever you were traveling. So it was really nice. But it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't but then again, too, we weren't concerned with that. At the time, our daughter had just moved out of the house for the last time. And it was like, fuck it, let's get the hell out of here. It's like we were celebrating. In fact, we were in such a hurry, we left the front door wide open, and we lived in the city. It was Chicago, and not something you do up there. In fact, she was house sitting for us, and she came home that evening and was afraid to go in the house because the door was wide open. She got a neighbor to go in first, make sure everything was okay. We were in that much of a hurry to get the hell out of town. But first vacation, real vacation in years, But and our first trip to Europe. So I think that had a lot to do with it. So, but went back 8 more times after that. So. I miss Europe. It's a shame they won't have us. I'd go back again. So I've decided that I'm going to use my next stimulus check to pay for my new growing equipment. Not the whole thing, of course, but I already bought the grow room and lights. So dogs are going to come over this week and help me set it up. So I'm going to get my grow on. So that should be good. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to walking again. That should be nice. Although I don't seem to have a lot of pain. Even without the Norcos, I got up this morning and, hadn't taken any pain pills. And I seem to be able to get around just fine. But I took one anyway because they're there, me and Sir Edmund Hillary. I mean, I got 30 of them. How could you not take them? So I still have about 25 left. So I don't think that's bad. Seriously. I think I'm doing pretty good on them. I'm not going crazy on them. And they're only 5s, so they're not 10s or anything. I'm not. Brian, welcome aboard. Hey, we're coming up on it again here. It's 4:14. So it's going to be 4:20 somewhere real soon. Looking forward to that. This one's getting pretty short. Yeah, I got another one prepped. Ta-da! I'm ready. Oh, Katie, there's something I forgot to mention the other day on the music show. And that there's a statue of Janice. Unfortunately, it's not in her hometown. It's in Joplin, Missouri. I don't think she ever played there even. But they erected a statue in her honor. So if you're ever in Joplin, Missouri, you can check that out. It's not in Port Arthur. Trump is a god. Yeah. I don't know. He hasn't spent any money on ads now in a couple of weeks. It's completely shut down his entire campaign. Maybe he feels it ain't worth it. Second coming. Well, maybe he's the second coming of Johnson. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe he'll just say, I'm not going to run again. That'd be the smart thing. See, that'd be the smart thing to do, is just to bow out. Let Pence do it. Say, hey, Mike, you're the head of the coronavirus task force. You fix this. I think that's what he ought to do. Yeah, but at least if Biden gets in there, he'll have people behind him who can do the right fucking thing. Okay? They won't listen to Biden necessarily. They'll do the right thing. Don't you understand that? It's not the person at the top. It's the people who are doing the job. You're right. He's going to get arrested as soon as he's out of office. 2 minutes. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, there you are. I minimized you, folks. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that to you. Oh, you were there and then all of a sudden you weren't. I brought you back, though. So, ooh. We're just a minute away here. I got to warm it up. Get it going some. Make you swallow. Let's get small. I saw Steve Martin when he did that bit, when he was doing stand-up way back then. Happy Feet and all that stuff. I saw him do that live on stage. Happy 420, folks. Almost. I couldn't wait. Happy 420. Oh, I just got a weather alert. See what it says. Rain will begin at 5:25, continuing over the next few hours. The rain will be light. Not if it's going to rain for a few hours. Ultimately, that's heavy, isn't it? Even light rain over a few hours sounds like heavy to me. Netflix has a documentary about psychedelics. Interviews with Sting and a bunch of celebrities. It's really good. I'll have to check that out. Oh, a good one is that Oliver Stone, Secret History. You ever watch that? That's a good one to watch. Secret History of the United States. I think that's what it's called. That's a really good documentary to watch. You find out how different things could have been. Ooh. I used to have a Peter Max sweatshirt. Wish I wouldn't have burned a whole bunch of potholes in it. But back in those days, you know, a seed or two would get in your joint and the thing would pop, and there went another shirt. I got a lot of Aloha shirts with holes in them from back in the day, too. I probably had about 30 Aloha shirts. I gave most of them to my daughter. I think I have about 10 or 15 of them here. Or down your bra. Oh, ouch. Yeah. Didn't have that problem. Didn't you go braless back then? Tube top. Remember the tube top? I always liked the tube top. Such an easy garment for young ladies to wear. So simple. I remember a friend of mine had a pair of pants that he'd completely sewn over with patches. Them fuckers must have weighed 25 pounds. Yes, they were. It was like just peel and eat. They were really nice tube tops. Balloons or flowers or stars. Your potholes. No, I just kept the holes. They were like badges of honor. Moving around here. Just a little tug. That's all it took. Yes. And halter tops and tube tops and no bras. It was a fun time. Everything was so easy access. Except for pantyhose. Man. What a cock blocker those were. Man, oh man. Guy who invented those should be shot. Jump off the swing. I don't understand. I was a hippie girl with the needle and thread on me, always just in case someone needed to decorate something. Stitching up the potholes. I had I had a Dennis Hopper Easy Rider fringe jacket with the and I well worn too. I swear my daughter still has it, but she denies it. She just won't look for it because she hoards anything textile like. She's an interior. She has a degree in interior design, but she's a textile artist, and I know she has that jacket somewhere because she's into costumery and such. She did she did clown costumes for a Volkswagen commercial, and that was used in foreign countries. And girl loses tube tops, always had to go swing. My hippie coveralls got lost in the accident outside Milwaukee. Summerfest. I saw Peter Frampton and Gary Wright and Bachman Turner Overdrive. And Bachman Turner Overplayed was in between Gary Wright and Peter Frampton. And everybody got up and went to the concession stand when they came on. It's like nobody was there to hear them. But it was a beautiful sunny summer day, and people were parasailing over Lake Michigan, and the bands were playing. Oh, it was just so fucking beautiful. I think we were doing Mask. It was a beautiful, beautiful concert. Do you feel like I do? Frampton came alive that day. Oh, wow. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I just had an acid flashback to the Frampton concert at Milwaukee Summerfest a long time ago, needless to say. Anyway, they still not settled on the accident? Oh, shit. What the fuck's a snag? Whoa, that's a bad angle. Makes me look huge. I'm not really big and fat, by the way. This camera just makes me look that way. And the angle. Dog will tell you I'm not big and fat. Guy who caused it lied. Of course. Do you have insurance? Oh, yeah, I would imagine. This shit has screwed up so much crap. I need a new foundation on my house. Everything was backed up with permits and everything. All the jobs ahead of mine are backed up. I probably won't be able to get this done till next spring, which means another year of flooding. Reasons. Welcome aboard. You've been missed. Your disability got canceled till October. Brother. You can't get anything done. You have a hole in your roof. Yeah, I have a river that runs through my cellar now, down the stairs from my crawl space, because my crawl space completely filled with sand due to liquefaction from my what used to be the walls to my crawl space turned to liquid because they moved the road and because of the heavy rains we've been having. So now I need a foundation on my house, which I never needed before. So I don't know what the fuck. And the guy who was going to put in my foundation still has to put in a seawall for Mac on the house that Mac owns next to the bar, which is right on the river. It needs a new seawall. And that job's ahead of me. And he has a job that he's doing that's ahead of that. So nice. You got a waterfall. Swell. Court date was March. COVID canceled it. First they said it'd be 2 years. Called and said they have a phone court in October. Well, at least they set something like that up. Yeah, can you throw a tarp on it or something? Yeah, my problem too is that my house is starting to split in half as a result of this. My roof is starting to leak because my house is comprised of various additions. And some of it's on a slab, some of it isn't. The portion that isn't is what needs the foundation. And the portion that is, the portion that isn't is pulling away from the portion that's on a slab. So I'm in deep shit. The house is going to have to be jacked up, pushed back up against the portion that's on the slab. And then I have to have my roof repaired. So yeah, I can't. That's another thing. Not only do I need permits, I have to hire an architect first. Okay. So I have that expense as well. And so I'm first the architect, then the permits, and then it has to go before a board for approval. And then they can start the construction. So it could be a year before I get a new foundation. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I should sell the damn house as is. All my stoner buddies are here. Katie, Reasons, Ms. Pariah. You're all stoner buddies. You all have stoner buddies. On Dog has a stoner buddy too. Don't you? I know I have about 60 of them in my garage. So, but all the stoner buddies are here. That's nice. You have dozens as well. You ready for a rock concert? Yes, absolutely. I can hold a rock concert. Gee, I should do that on a Tuesday. I'll set up a bunch of stoner buddies for a rock concert. I'll have to do that. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll set up a bunch of stoner buddies. We'll have stone stock. You should be glad she brought you into this world. You should do stuff for your ma. Not that I ever would. My ma took my stuff and sold it when I was a kid. Came home from school one day, wanted to go play basketball. She sold my basketball. For stoner bleachers. Oh, I don't know. If it's going to be rock stock, then it's going to have to be on the grass or something, don't you think? They all got to be out on the lawn. Really, bleachers? I was thinking maybe, like out on blankets, little blankets out on the lawn. Something like that. Yeah, Mr. Bill kind of a thing, yeah. Yeah, lawn chairs, yeah. Yeah, only all stoner buddies. Yeah, I have to pick a particular artist because, I only do one artist. And just do straight music, none of my talking. Just music and applause. A live performance by a particular artist. I think I know who. Well, they're all stoned. They all lay down all the time. They're stoners. That's all they do is lay around. They don't move much. Not my stoner buddies. The Rolling Stones. No, I wasn't going to do the Rolling Stones. I'm not a huge Rolling Stone fan, tell you the truth. I know you may find that hard to believe. Well, I don't know. Didn't you do that back in the day? Go to outdoor concerts, get stoned, just lay back. Come on, Brian, you must have done that. Yeah, Tuesday Tunes Twist, exactly. Lay out a bunch of stoner buddies. I know just the band I'm going to use. Oh, I understand the play on the word. But I was going to do somebody, I'm not going to go into it because you'll probably guess who it is, so I'm not going to go that far. Yeah, I really never, a few songs, there's a few songs that I like, but not a big fan of the band. Yeah, Stoner Buddy concert coming soon. You got it. We're going to figure this out. Yeah, we're going to do that. Maybe like a week from Tuesday or something, huh? What do you think, Doc? Does that sound good? I should be sufficiently healed to move around good enough by then. If I ain't sitting, I'm sleeping. Horizontal off switch, huh? Yeah, okay. I see, Dog. You got some ideas already, huh? Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm thinking about this myself. Yeah, this could be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking a week from Tuesday. Mark your calendars, folks. Having Rock Stock, 4:20, a week from Tuesday, 4:20 Central. It will be a group, not a solo artist. Just so you know, it will be a group. I look so chubby cheek today. Damn camera. Hey, Stony, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Boy, this. I look so fat today. I'm always there. I just cannot always chat. Depends on who is here. Oh, that's nice to know. Be there or be square. Wrigley. Wrigley has the nice ivy. Of course, it's known for its ivy. The ivy has caught more balls than some outfielders. I'm looking forward to this. Hey, Stoney, we got rock stock coming up. Got to be there. 4:20 a week, 4:20 Central, a week from Tuesday. We're doing rock stock. No, it's not. It's gray and rainy. And our COVID cases are on the rise. And I have anesthesia throat. Yeah, when is harvest? Hey, Stoney, I decided to use my my next stimulus check for for my grow equipment. So I bought a tent and a light. It came this week. Not the check, but the tent and the light. I figure sooner or later the check will come. Yeah, you're right, I do. And a shot of Tullamore Dew in there. You just got your check? Well, mine came back like a long time ago, like June. Well, of course it's ours. Couple of weeks yet, huh? I do too. That's the trouble, though, is that us liberal asses, we don't arm ourselves and nobody's crazy enough to kill them. I know. You probably get your second one first. I know you can't bribe the motherfucker. Well, by then you'll get your first one. You'll get your second one before you get your first one. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see him get reelected and then impeach him again and throw him out. Even the Republicans want him impeached now. National Review said he was a fascist. And unless he decides he don't want to go, he already said that, if he might not leave. I froze burning the heat. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but didn't he just mixed Pepsi with milk or something, didn't he? And he burst into flames. Isn't that what happened there? And is the hottest woman in my world. I wish the hell Biden would have come out for Medicare for all. That pisses me off. You know what I mean? Is this a blog of which you speak? Because if it is, I'd like to know about it. What is this? Who is this that you watch? TYT Network. Oh, I'll check it out. Young Turks. Okay, I'll check them out. For progressive channels. Okay. Sounds interesting. Speaking of activists, People are going to have to start getting active out there pretty soon. Or this fucking fascist is going to take over. It's getting scary. All this talk about him not leaving, him fucking with the post office. Now they're saying it's not when your ballot's postmarked, it's when they receive it. I don't like the sound of all this. If you don't like the way it turns out, he's talking, it could be could be a real problem. Him not wanting to go. And, he's just practicing right now with Portland and Chicago. A second, folks, but I'm not plugged in. And my battery's running low. And I'm kind of in a fucked up position. And I don't have enough. There. I have to kind of do this kind of half-ass. Get the cord. Just not easy. Ouch. Burn my ass. I think I'm going to sit up for a while. There. Oh. There. Wish I had a car to take people to the polls. Wait, I got him. There. Ken, when you basically need to reach out. He's only insulted everyone's intelligence, even the nitwits. His base is loud and few. Jail him. Man, this is going to be fun. I'm already in it. If everyone would go back to peaceful mode for a few days, the truth would be seen when they don't stand down. Unicorn Riot is a good channel, too. Oh, okay. He will legally be trespasser. Militants will go in and take him out in handcuffs along with anyone who tries to stop them. Fuck his stormtroopers. Military, not militants. It's true. You're right. Congress will see to that. This has to end. It's he is that caricature, that blown up thing in the diaper. You know what I'm talking about? That baby caricature of him. He is that character. You know, he is that crying baby. You don't know what he'll do. You just don't know. It's what's more frightening than what's equally as frightening as him winning is him losing. And those couple of months when he's still president before the inauguration. Okay, what's he going to do then? And he has a right to grant pardons to anyone. There's going to be an election. These are all fear tactics to get us to fight and give them an excuse to have martial law. You cannot set off a nuke alone. There are 3 codes that also have to be entered. Yes, there is a failsafe. Well, the thing is that the songs of demonstration stay peaceful. There's a little worry about. Okay, but he goes in and incites these things. Okay, that's the problem. He sends in these troops and they incite people. Okay. His mother was a hamster. Well, his grandfather made all his money selling dead horse steaks that he salvaged off the road. He found dead horses lying along the roadside, and he'd butcher them and sell them to people in his restaurant. That's how he made his money. The military will not support martial law under him because of the boundaries. Oh, because of the bounties. Yes, you're right. I think you're right. He is the rioters and the stormtroopers. Yes. But so he went, so he held a rally down in Florida. No social distancing, most of the people not wearing masks. Keep it up. Sooner or later, he's got to catch this shit, you know? They were close to him, too. And they were close to him. You know, and then who was that? Congressman showed up at the White House to have a meeting with him and tested positive. Katie smokes weed that makes her wise to all things. Yes, she does. Not the demonstrators. Yes, they are the rioters, not the demonstrators. Precisely. I couldn't agree more. Just like Doug and I were talking the other day about Antifa. And he seemed to have some misconceptions about them. And I said, no, there are misrepresentations of them. I says, yes, you have misconceptions about them because there are misrepresentations of them. And that's where the problem lies. They are being misrepresented. A talking dog. Yeah, well, sometimes he's a listening dog. Not always, but sometimes. So we had that discussion. So, and I think that's part of the problem too, you know. Prego hookers. Who, me? What? I'm working here. What are you working on? He listens when you slap your palm with a rolled up newspaper. That's right. You're right. Then he listens. You're right. I forgot. Got to get out that newspaper. Fly Prego is your top strain. Katie likes the Prego hookers, though, huh? Is Prego hooker one of your strains, Tony? Oh, the concert. You're working on the concert. Oh, I see. Oh, starting early. I see. You're breeding 6 strains. Oh. Don't strain yourself. And 12 testers. Ooh. Well, I got a 36 by 36 tent. I forget the brand. It was only 4-star rated one on Amazon that was 36 by 36. It was the best one I could find. And then dog knows what light fixture I got. I am ignorant when it comes to that sort of thing. So, but I got the best one Amazon had. So I got some from Dog. In fact, he started some for me. So I'm just waiting for him to bring them by. Enjoy Yield 1000. That's the light I got. And what's the 10 I got? Remember the brand? Yeah, he says he hurts less than he used to before the surgery. So that's good. He's busy working on wood, on what I say it was, rock stock right now. So I don't want to take him away from that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let him let them labor on, since it's for the good of the music show. Since we don't do effects on the Tuesday show, this will be something special. So, but back to 80% on the neck. I don't know what that means. Okay. Octomask. Oh. And I'm glad I had the surgery. Hopefully, he can give me an orthotic now that can actually make me walk straight instead of to the left. You know what, folks? I think I'm going to shut this down. Oh, you're back to about 80% from normal. I got you. Great excuse to suck some oxygen and some gas. Normal? LOL. Yeah. Yeah, well, we know that's not right. I hope it helps you too. Yeah, me too. It'd be nice just to not feel like I'm going to fall over all the time. You know, that teetering thing. And I'd like to be able to get back on the treadmill because I need that shit for my heart. So I'm going to cut it short now, folks, if you can call 2 hours short. So see you Tuesday. I'm not sure who it'll be, as usual. Bye now.